Let's give our attention to Sheridan.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
So this is my presentation. So I'm not really good at these things, but I'm gonna present to the best of my ability.
You're a very good presenter. Don't ever doubt yourself, babe.
All right. Oh, so this is my second time doing a portfolio presentation. So for the identity, well, I'm gonna start with the identities I think about my sexual orientation, national origin. I'm straight. I'm a heterosexual female. My national origin, African American. I'm 15 years old. My first language is English, and I have no disabilities. I have other things like with my health, but I don't have no disabilities. So, the identity that I have a strong effect on how I perceive myself is age and race. Since based off my race, a lot of people have different judgments about me or different stereotypes about how I may act or stuff like that. And at my age, a lot of people don't expect me to be as, I don't know what's the word, wise as I may be in certain aspects. Identities that have the greatest effect is my race, gender, sex, and age. Since with gender, since females, they're very underestimated no matter their race, age, they're like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I feel like, but it don't matter what you are, you can do whatever you want. Or
Tell me about the discussion of identity.
the discussion of identity was used in my notes during the movie guide. Since watching the movie, it helped me understand identity by like displaying the key pieces of like the information that went on in like the movie. It helped me like better understand. It helped me understand like the identity of the characters, and it helped me like understand for me as well. Like it put it. I can't really find the words, but I have it all right here. And what I put right, I can't see. What did I put? I don't know what that said.
Identities. You can put the little.
The identities I feel that are important, and the identity pieces I feel are important and shape how people view me. Are like I already explained that, like my age and my sex and my sexuality and stuff like that. All right. So the question, but part of my positionality was challenged and strengthened within many pieces of my work. As a physician, as a student, the quality of my work wasn't the best, so that was challenged as well, because I feel like I could have applied myself more in this classroom than I really did, because I feel like if I apply myself really well, I could do a good job of my work. But I feel like that in this classroom, I kind of like gave up because like had the work. Because I never in this classroom, like out of all my years of being in school, I feel like this class, it really did challenge me, because a lot of my other classes, like years of being in school and middle school, I felt like I wasn't really challenged with like English and ELA and stuff like that. So I really wasn't challenged. But this classroom, it helped me understand like the key pieces in depth of like identity, how you do yourself, different like pieces of the English that we learned. Okay, don't mind this, y'all, but my understanding of relationships have gotten better during the reading. So, like for example, the relationship with Macbeth and Lady Macbeth and Macbeth, it helped me understand my relationships with people that like I might have a deal with, no matter if it's relationships or like just friendships. It helped me understand what not to do and what I could do, and it just helped me see what could go on like in different situations. And then also, what story was that we read? Was it Far From the Tree, when she had the boyfriend and like she had got pregnant? That also helped me understand like from a teenage perspective of what could happen. Okay. For the skill that was most challenging for me to understand was Macbeth, because with Macbeth, I never read a book in like a book in that kind of language, even though we were told to read the modern text, but I never had to like understand or like break down text that was like in a different, like a foreign language that I never understood. So it was very hard for me to understand like the like write down the annotations. I think that really made reading Macbeth, it just made me I don't know. It was just like I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to read it because I didn't understand it as well. It's like I didn't really want to do my work with it because I didn't enjoy it or I didn't understand it. But I know going forward that's not gonna benefit me, so I'm gonna just have to suck it up and deal with it. Dang, what a picture was it? Oh my gosh! But the next question was talking about the like power and equity, how my power and equity was my understanding of it become better. My understanding of it became better when we did like the work, even though we haven't did the like text notes in a while, and that still helped me like understand like the better meaning of what power and equity is and show examples that help better build my understanding of it. Next question. Some revelations I had about power, equity, and oppression was lots of things. I didn't know how they could be incorporated into like the understanding and comprehension of my this reading that I was reading. And the understanding of it makes me a better and slash an empathetic person because with power and equity, it really shaped how I view a lot of situations that go on in the world, especially the situations have y'all seen with the Texas schools and like the Buffalo shootings and just the other conflicts that go on in the world. It helped me have a sense of feeling and like just putting myself in other people's shoes. Like if I was in that situation, how would I feel? The assignment that I was most proud of was the trailer. I was most proud of the trailer. That was so fun for me because I feel like I could be myself in that because I love to edit. So I got to edit that whole video. And as y'all can see, I had a little too much fun with it. And I think Ms. Maris, we did a good job as well. We got a 500 out of 500. So I was really proud of myself because I didn't know if my editing was going over the top or I don't know. But I put my all into the project and I feel like it was an easier project to do because we could just it was a free, it wasn't really no set things that we had to do besides make sure it connected like to the plot or understanding from what we felt. And as y'all see, we did a Bad Girls Club thing and we had Carlos came up with that, but we had a little too much fun with that. But that was my best, I feel like that was my best assignment. The assignments I felt that needed more improvement was my PBAs and my web annotations. And I know what I'm gonna say. I always was like, I'm gonna do better next, but I feel like if I'm doing that, I'm not really setting myself up to make mistakes because you're going to make mistakes no matter what you do. And I feel like saying that I'm going to strive for A's, I feel like that's just limiting myself. I mean, that is the best thing to do, but I feel like I should be open to like make mistakes and like get a B or a C just to, balance it out, I guess. I don't know. But the PBAs, the last PBA, I did good on it. I had got a C on it. That's probably one of my best grades I got on my PBAs. See, I ain't even gonna lie because when I did those, I just kind of like shut down. I didn't know what to do. I was just stuck. But I think the last PBA we did, I felt good about it because I got a better grade on it. And yeah, PBA and the Macbeth annotations, that one, I didn't do none of them really, and I could see that affected me. But now I know going forward. So I use my feedback. Well, since it's my second portfolio, because I came to this class late, but I use my feedback to like better make me realize what could happen when I get into like certain situations in my grades. So like not being lazy, I know what I'm gonna say is cliche. Like what I said before is cliche to say you're gonna get all A and I'm gonna do this and do that, and you should be open to make mistakes. But I feel like the feedback and evaluations, it helped me come to realization that if I keep doing this, I'm gonna end up here, and if I do this around, it was gonna show me where I would end up if I kept doing certain things, no matter if it was good or bad. And then looking back at my other portfolio, I was not organized, and this one it was okay. I feel like I could have did way better on it, but the other one this one is way better than the other one because the other one I started late. This one I actually sat down and I worked on it for a certain amount of time. So I feel like it could have been better, but it was better than the last one. I actually sat down, answered the questions the best of my ability, and I feel like that I did good on this one. And yeah, I just put a whole bunch of stuff in there. I was just, what I really haven't acted upon yet was being organized. I mean, I'm getting better as the day go by, but I'm still not as organized as I should be. And that's a real problem that I have. And I feel like that's also affecting my performance in certain areas. But I need to work on that. And then I will use my reflections to help better my understanding of when I go into 10th grade. The reflections that I will use. So I'm getting older every day, and it's gonna be a point in time where it's just me. When I'm in college, my mom and I gonna be able to help me with my work. I'm gonna be in the dorm, stressing probably. So I'm gonna have to just work myself and get old. As I'm getting older, and I know the responsibilities as you get older go up and up. And I know that I'm 15 and I still call my mama for everything. So yeah, I feel like if I don't have a clear understanding of, well, next year what I'm going to do, if I don't have a clear understanding of the work that I'm getting, I'm going to speak up because I'm very outspoken, but in certain areas, I just be quiet, I don't say nothing, which is also one of my downfalls. But if y'all know me, y'all know I like to talk a lot. But yeah. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful job, wonderful job.